As South Africa, we are delighted to have hosted two successful meetings of the National Security Advisors. The first one was yesterday with the Friends of BRICS, who are a set of countries that have either applied for membership of the BRICS, but also the leaders of the global south, which have various regions in their own areas. And in that meeting, it was interesting, the issues that was raised, that those who are from the south and those who wish to be members of BRICS were interested in the expansion of BRICS for the purpose of deepening cooperation from countries that understand each other, but also advancing national interests that are inclusive, and also protecting the environment, and also the dealing for us in Africa, dealing with the destabilization of the continent of Africa, and how do we find measures to deal with counterterrorism, to the use of ICTs, and related matters. Today, the National Security Advisors were seized with the matters that we are making as recommendations to the Summit of Leaders of BRICS when they come through on the 23rd of August here in South Africa. And in those discussions we have made recommendations on measures for counterterrorism, but with an action plan and implementable decisions. There are follow-up work that will be done by the working groups, and those reports will be available in September, and some of the work will start now in August. And in addition, in terms of the work around the use of ICTs for crime and terrorism, illicit financial flows and related matters, we've also put in a roadmap and an action plan that with set targets that we'll all be delivering on, to make sure that BRICS is not just a talk shop, it has implementable targets. I've also appreciated the fact that the National Security Advisors did not undermine the Friends of BRICS. They attended yesterday in full force, and they were all present, and they also sat through today, and they were all present. But what is interesting is that the consensus reached from the National Security Advisors of the importance of expansion of BRICS as to further deepen the multilateral system, and the support for the reform of the United Nations, so that it's not seen as an exclusive club. In particular, the Security Council, it's inclusive of all continents and all regions that are not represented, and the support for the position that South Africa has always advocated for in the membership of the Security Council, that there must be two countries of Africa that are represented in the Security Council, and of course one of them must be South Africa, because we are a member of BRICS. And so for us, it's a tangible and concrete measure into multilateralism, and also into cooperation, into mutual development. And the fact that we also covered, with the National Security Advisors meeting of today, we covered issues of water security, energy security, and food security. And there was a proposal that in future we must also consider health security, and in South Africa in particular, it's interesting because we have this discussion on the implementation of the national health insurance. And in addition to the health security, there was a proposal that we must also consider financial security. We know South Africans now are complaining about the cost of living and the impact of the interest rates that continue to rise on making the middle class poor, and that is not something that we feel that soon it will become a security issue, and that should be deliberated on. We are hoping that Russia next year, as they take over the chairship of BRICS, they will take further those discussions, and the year after, when Brazil takes over, they will also deepen the discussions. But we are glad that the NSA have agreed that they will continue with the issues raised by the Friends of BRICS. They will also continue on work on the issues that South Africa specifically requested that be considered, which are the three issues of energy, water, and food, which are becoming a serious security challenge, in particular in the African continent and the developing world in general. Thank you.
2-24 августа. Уважаемые коллеги, готовых решительно отстаивать национальные интересы, ведет к формированию многополярной архитектуры. Рождаются новые центры силы. Они играют все более заметно. Расставаться со своим доминирующим положением просто так не намерены. США и их союзники повсюду насаждают разделительные линии, повестку мирового развития. Спасибо.
It was a great pleasure meeting you. Especially after all my visits.
Congratulations.
We only know it tete and the rest afterwards.
Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm alright. I want us to have a chat with just the two of us first, and then we can come. Do you want a photo of us wearing as well?
Yes, please.
He wants a photo of us.
Sorry.
A photo of us then. That's it.
Yeah.